If you guys want to sell more, you got to talk to more. If you got to talk to more, you got to maximize your time. Don't waste time talking to people that are not qualified. I got people here, dude. I walked in one time, it's been like 45 minutes, and I can hear the person talking. And it's like, dude, this guy's not qualified at all for a light speed system. Like, what in the are you doing? Because if you listen to most people's presentations, they don't have any questions. All they got is a bunch of yak, 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 yak. So many salesmen just start talking. It's unbelievable. And you got to ask yourself, are you one of those? I don't know if you guys have heard of what's called the BANT method. BANT. Asking these questions, guys, helps you gather crucial intel to determine whether the prospect is a good fit for your product or service. It allows you to focus your efforts on leads that are most likely to convert, thus optimizing your sales process and maximizing your sales. Budget, authority, need, timeline. Budget, authority, need, timeline. So as you're qualifying and having these conversations, you're also picking up information to qualify. How much faster can you qualify if you're doing it while you're having a conversation, finding out information, gathering information to build value and service? These questions will also elicit whether or not they're qualified. What budget have you allocated? Okay, again, BANT, think of it as an acronym for budget, authority, need, and timeline. This will tell you if they're qualified. What budget have you allocated for this type of product or service? What kind of money you're working with? It addresses whether the prospect has set aside funds for a solution like yours and how much they're willing to spend. And let's say your solution is $10,000, and you ask me what kind of budget I've set aside, and I say I haven't even really thought about it. Well, dude, do they have 10 grand or not? If they do not have $10,000, again, you guys, I'm not talking about the once in a lifetime exception that you found a way to make me wrong. Look at all the times I'm going to be right. If someone cannot afford your product or service, I promise you they're not going to buy it. If they don't have the money, how are they going to buy it? Well, we have financing solutions. Again, what budget have you allocated? A couple $100 a month? Oh, so you want to finance. How does the budgeting process for purchases like this work within your organization? Would be another, like if you're selling to businesses. Understanding the budgeting process can give you insight into potential hurdles and the time frame that you're working with. Somebody says, well, we plan budgets every quarter. When was the last budget meeting? Yesterday. Well, bro, you're not in the budget, okay? You're going to have a hard time until next quarter. Again, this is just information to determine whether or not you are wasting your time, because time is everything. Now let's go to authority. Hey, can you tell me about the decision-making process? Who's involved? This helps identify the stakeholders and whether the person you're speaking to can make or influence the buying decision. What if I can't make the buying decision? You're going to spend 9 years with me. You're going to spend 18 hours and follow up incessantly and then find out later I can't make the decision. Guys, get to the decision maker. Who else is going to be involved in the process? Knowing who else is involved allows you to tailor the pitch and address the concerns. See what I'm saying? Authority. So at the same time you're understanding and you're actively listening, you're gathering all this information, this intel, if you will, in order that when you do, start presenting your product or service or solution, you've got the information. So many salesmen just start talking. It's unbelievable. And you got to ask yourself, are you one of those? Because a lot of times, dude, you'll be surprised how many people are doing this. What specific challenges are you hoping to solve? Do they have a need? It uncovers their pain points. What challenges are you hoping to address? What if the product or service that you have does not address their problem? You can quickly identify that and cut to the chase and either get rid of them and go on to the next one. Because remember, this whole conversation is in how do we maximize volume? Volume, number of sales. Who wants to sell more? I do. Great. Well, then you better get really good and effective at qualifying your people without offending your people. Okay, the next one is timeline. Okay, when do you hope to have a solution in place? Okay, what steps need to be taken before you can make the decision? I'm looking to maximize volume. I'm looking to sell If you're interested in December, look, I'll be happy to follow up with you in December. I need to get to the next guy that is looking to solve some shit right now. And again, this is going back to how do we maximize the volume of sales? We got to be efficient at qualifying people. Some people think this is rude. It's not rude, it's intelligent. And it depends on how you convey this information. When do you hope to have a solution in place, and what steps need to be taken before you can buy or before you can make a decision? Like, what needs to happen before you make the decision? Because if you listen to most people's presentations, they don't have any questions. All they got is a bunch of yak, 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 yak. And that's where they're missing everything. They don't ask any questions. How in the hell do I know how to build product value if I don't understand anything about you? I just make an assumption. Oh, you're looking for a car? Oh, great. Let me show you this one. Oh, this is the best in the world. You want a 4-door? You want a 2-door? How about who is it for? What are you replacing? Why are you replacing it? Like, you got to ask questions. It's the key. So, budget. What budget have you allocated? How does the process work for purchases like this within your organization? Authority. Can you tell me about the process for purchases like this? Who else needs to be involved? Need. What challenges are you hoping to address? Have you previously tried to solve this? Timeline. When do you hope to have it in place? What steps need to be taken before you can make a decision? You can also ask, what are the most important features or outcomes you're looking for? How does this purchase fit into your overall strategic objectives? What are the most important features or outcomes you're looking for? That identifies whether your product or service aligns with the value, what the customer values most, and how to make it do that with personalization. How does this purchase fit into your overall strategy? It can give you a broader context of the purchaser's importance and urgency and reveals the project's value. What's the value? And again, asking these questions, guys, helps you gather crucial intel to determine whether the prospect is a good fit for your product or service. It allows you to focus your efforts on leads that are most likely to convert, thus optimizing your sales process and maximizing your sales. Why? Because you're going to talk to more people, you're going to qualify them more efficiently, which means if you can weed out the ones you shouldn't be wasting time on, how much time is wasted on bull leads. I mean, I got people here, dude. I walked in one time, it's been like 45 minutes, and I can hear the person talking. And it's like, dude, this guy's not qualified at all for a light speed system. Like, what in the are you doing? Well, I didn't want to be rude. Dude, you didn't want to be rude. You don't have to be rude just because you've identified that they're not qualified. You don't have to be rude. Why would you have to be rude? Hey, do you got any money? No? Oh, you. No, you don't have to do it like that. Hey, what budget have you set aside? Well, I haven't really thought about it. Well, if you thought about it, what would it be? Roughly. It doesn't have to be exact. Well, I was thinking maybe 10 grand. I got a $100,000 product. Well, let me ask you a question. Would $10,000 under any circumstances be elevated to $100,000 if it solved your pain point? $100,000? No, dude. I ain't got $100,000. Oh, no problem. Well, listen, we might have some financing options. Let me send you over a little bit of material and a couple of financing options and see if that helps. Okay, I'm not sure what the payment would be, but if the payment would be affordable, would you take it then? Because again, just because $100,000, like I ain't got $100,000 you, but I got $900 a month. So again, can we finance them? But these are qualifying questions to maximize the volume that you guys have. Okay.